Hello, friends, and welcome to GI Yoga. Today is the last class for 2020, and our focus today is going to be letting go of last year, welcoming in the new year. So, what do we want to look forward to coming up? Some of the things that I'm setting my intention for the next year: patience, forgiveness, letting go of what happened before, being open to what's coming in the future. So, we're going to do some yoga that's going to incorporate some of that openness, some letting go, lots of letting go, and maybe sneak in a little bit of forgiveness. I think giving it out to the world, and more importantly, forgiving ourselves for whatever needs to be forgiven. That's up to you. Anyway, so let's get started. Finding a comfortable seated position. We're going to take a moment and breathe and just check in with the body. So find that comfortable seated position, however that looks for you. Sitting up nice and tall. And just kind of relax into this pose. Feel the sit bones rooted into the earth. You can sit on the floor or on a chair. If you're on a chair, feel the feet rooted into the earth, or just anywhere where your body is touching the ground. You can even bring your hands down and just make that connection. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, just finding a spot out in front of you to let the eyelids rest. And take a moment to notice what's going on in the body. What are you feeling? What are you ignoring? What do you want to pay attention to during your class here today? And then when you're ready, let's take a moment and get some breath into the body, kind of wake it up a little bit. Let's start with our, we're gonna do a little alternate nostril breathing, kind of clearing out the sinuses. And at the same time, balancing the body right to left. So if you haven't done this before, we're going to take index and middle finger and tuck it into the palm and use the thumb on the right nostril and the ring finger on the left nostril. I'm using my right hand. Other hand can just rest on your lap. If that's uncomfortable for your hand, you can rest those two fingers on the forehead. I should have Kleenex handy somewhere, but we'll be all right. Okay. Start with an exhale out both nostrils. And then we're going to close off the right side. Inhale the left. Switch fingers, close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. And for those paying attention at home, that's one round. So let's do a couple rounds like that. So inhale, closing off the right side, inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. Again, inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. Let's do one more round. Inhale left. Close off the left, Exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right. Exhale left. Once you've gotten that, you can extend, keep the inhale and the exhale side to side. So go ahead and let go of your hand. We'll come back to our regular breath. And then let's move the legs around a little bit. So I'm going to come back a little bit further on the mat and move my blanket out of the way. And let's start with some ankle movements. So we've got extending the heels away from the torso, and then we're going to point the toes. So point and flex. This is our inhale breath, pointing, exhale, flex. Excellent. And then let's make circles around with the ankles. You can do 1 foot at a time, both at the same time. You can do opposite. Let's see if I can do that. Opposites. Do one direction and the other direction. Just trying to get some movement in there. And then let's pause there for a moment. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet in towards the center line. So it looks like that. Can't really see my hand there. And the other thing you can do that might help is move the hands the same way as the feet. There's a little neurological connection between that. All right, and then the opposite way. So you're going to bring the pinky toe, pinky finger towards the shoulders. You can come back to neutral or go all the way through. So full range of motion or halfway. And you might find that one side is more flexible than the other, and that's perfectly normal. We do a lot of asymmetrical movements in our bodies. All right, and just kind of loosen it up again if that feels okay. And let's finish off with our windshield wipers. So we're going one side to the other, pinky toe, big toe. And if you want, you can just do one at a time. Notice this movement all the way up into that hip joint. It's our external rotation, internal rotation. Beautiful. All right. So from here, I'm going to cross my legs again. You can keep your legs out straight, and we're going to move up to the wrists. So let's bring the hands up straight out in front of us and make fists with the hands, making circles with the wrists, getting into the elbows and the shoulders, one direction and then the other. One direction may be easier than the other. You can switch which hand goes which way. Just getting some movement in there. And then we'll release that, bringing the palms together, interlace the fingers, and making figure eights, or do bigger ones like infinity symbol. Excellent. Take a pause, pull the hands apart, switch which fingers on top, making that left brain, right brain work a little bit harder. And kind of showing you that we get into habits, and it's nice to switch those habits up a little bit. All right, so release that, shake it out. And then we're gonna do, part of that letting go is we're gonna do finger flicks. So I'm gonna do, just for the sake of time here, I'm gonna do both hands at the same time. I'll do 2 rounds. So you can do, if you just wanna do one, you can do one hand and then we'll do the other hand. I'm gonna do both at the same time. So whichever you're more comfortable with. So what that looks like, and I'm gonna throw the thumb in there too, because we forget to do that. So what it looks like is we're just gonna be bringing the thumb and one of the fingers together. On the inhale, we slide down the finger. Exhale, slide back up, and then we're going to flick, letting go of whatever you're holding on to. So it could be last year, it could be anxiety, it could be whatever is in there that you're gripping onto. We're going to flick it off. All right, here we go. Thumb to tip of the index finger. We're going to inhale, slide the finger down. On the exhale, slide the thumb up and flick. Middle finger, thumb to middle finger. We're going to inhale, slide the thumb down the finger. On the exhale, slide the thumb up and flick. Again, inhale, this ring finger, slide down the finger. Exhale, slide back up and flick. Pinky finger to thumb. Inhale, slide down the finger. Exhale, slide up and flick. Let's do the thumb. So the index finger and the thumb come back together. Finger slides down the thumb on the inhale. Exhale, slide up and flick. Let's do one more round of that. So index finger meets the thumb. We're going to inhale, slide down the index finger. Exhale, slide up and flick. Middle finger to thumb. Inhale, slide down the finger. Exhale, slide up and flick. Ring finger. Inhale, slide down the finger. Exhale, slide up and flick. Pinky finger. Inhale, slide down the finger. I have really short fingers, so that was a really short one. Exhale, slide back up. Exhale, flick. Let's do the thumb, index finger to thumb. Inhale, slide down the thumb. Exhale, slide back up and flick. Beautiful. All right. You can wiggle your fingers, flick them off, getting rid of anything else that's stuck. Let it go. Let's come into some movements of the spine. So we're going to bring our hands under the knees, and on an exhale, we're going to round down into our cat. Tuck the chin, rocking slightly back. Inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale, back. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rocking back. A couple more times on your own, moving with the breath and slow. And then when you're ready, we'll come back to that neutral spine. And let's come into, we'll do our laterals and then we'll come back up to the neck and shoulders. All right, if you have blocks and you want to use your blocks, I'll show you that. You don't need them by any means, but if they're handy, tools, right? Okay, so let's switch legs if you want, if you're sitting on the floor. If you're in a chair, you can do this just the same. We're just going to be holding onto the side of the chair as one arm comes over. So if you have blocks and you're using them, you can just place them on either side of you. And what we're doing is it's giving us a little lift in the spine when we go over. So if you don't need them, you have nice long arms and you're on the floor, that's totally fine. Either way, your choice. All right, here we go. One hand down on the floor. We're going to inhale, lift this other arm up. Exhale, bring it back. Second side, inhale and exhale. First side, inhale and exhale. Second side, inhale and exhale. All right, let's do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice. All right, now we're going to add a little bit more movement with this. So back to the first side, we're going to inhale up to vertical and then exhale over to the opposite side, pushing in with that hand that's on the floor or block. Inhale back to vertical. Exhale, release. Second side, inhale. Exhale over, pushing into the floor or block. Inhale back up. Exhale, release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Second side. Inhale. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, release. One more time through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, last side. Inhale. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Awesome. All right, let's move the neck around and then we'll come back to some more seated poses. So we're going to move with the breath. Start with an inhale. On the exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, looking up. Exhale all the way back down. Again, inhale. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Now let's go side to side. So we'll take another. On the exhale, bringing that first side, ear to shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. Inhale, first side. Sorry. Inhale, center. Exhale, first side. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale to the first side. If you want, you can bring that same arm out and over, resting on the opposite side of the head, making space between that ear and shoulder. Take a moment, breathe into any tension. Beautiful. Release that. We're going to inhale, head comes up, release that arm. On the exhale, other side, ear to shoulder. Arm can come out and around, resting on that other side of the head, making space between that ear and shoulder. And let's take a moment to breathe into any tension that you're noticing. Excellent. All right, let's release that arm. Exhale and release. Nice. All right, one more movement with the head. So we'll inhale, center. On the exhale, chin's coming around towards the shoulder. Doesn't have to get all the way there, and then the shoulders stay where they are. Inhale back to center. Exhale, second side. Inhale, center. Exhale, first side. Excuse me. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. Inhale back to center. One more time each side. Going to exhale. And let's pause here and take another full breath. And then on your next exhale, inhale, back to center. Exhale. Let's take a full breath on this side. And then inhale back to center. Perfect. All right. Let's do cat and cow seated, and then we'll do a twist. Cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Back to neutral, and then let's find this twist. So we're going to inhale and lift. On the exhale, going to the first side, just as far as is comfortable. Inhale back to center. Exhale, second side. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. Inhale back to center. One more time each side. Exhale. Let's take 2 breaths here. Back to center. And then second side. Exhale over, and then 2 full breaths on this side. Excellent. Back to center, and then we'll do 3 cat and cow, and then come up to our hands and knees. So exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And one more. Excellent. When you're ready, let's come up to our hands and knees. If you need to grab a blanket for under your knees, go ahead and do that. All right. So we've switched which level we're at. So go ahead and give it a couple of cat and cows. Feeling that space in between the vertebrae. As you move from one position to the next, and then coming back to that neutral spine. So from here, we're going to come into spinal balance. Extending this left leg back, and you can keep the toes on the floor. Arm comes out, or you can lift up towards horizontal. Take a breath or so here. And then release. We'll go to the other side, extend that right leg back. Left arm comes forward, lifting towards horizontal, or leave that foot on the floor. Pushing out with the heel, keep the breath going. Beautiful. And then release. Now let's do elbow to knee. So we'll do that 3 times. Starting with the left leg back, right arm forward. On the exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, open. And one more. And we're going to open and set that down to the floor. Let's do the other side. Extend that right leg back, left arm forward. 3 times on this side. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, open, and one more time. Open and set back down on the ground. Beautiful. All right, let's do our tiger tail next. So we'll start with same side first. Go extend left leg back, right arm forward. Bend the knee, bend the ankle. Right arm comes back and grabs that left foot. We're going to push that foot into the hand. Looking up towards the horizon gives us a little back bend. And then when you're ready, release that side. Take a full breath here in the middle. And then let's go to the other side. Extend that right leg back. Left arm comes forward. Bend at the knee, bend at the ankle. Left arm comes around, grabs that right foot. Push that foot into the hand. Nice little quad stretch there. Keeping the gaze at the horizon if it's okay with your neck. Keep the breath going. And then when you're ready, release, come back down. And then let's come into cat, cow, child's pose. So we'll start with a exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat to child's pose, or you can just go down to child's pose. Inhale, cow. Back to cat, down to child's with the exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And let's pause in our child's pose for a moment. If you can, resting your forehead on the mat. If that's too far, you can come into puppy pose. So the hips are up, head is down. Or if you're in your child's pose, you can stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands, or on a block if you have one handy. And then when you're ready, let's come back up to our tabletop. And we're going to do a round with cow to downward facing dog. So let's start with an exhale, cat. On the inhale, cow. And then curl the toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Back down to the knees, inhale, cow. Exhale, down dog. Back to cow. Exhale, down dog. Come back down to the knees. And we'll take a pause here in that neutral spine. From here, we're going to come up back to downward facing dog to come up to our forward fold. So you can curl the toes again, downward facing dog. Walk your dog if you want. Bend one knee, extend the opposite heel. This is a good time to let any negative thoughts drop out the top of the crown of the head. Push in with the hands, extend the torso. Bend the knees nice and deep, and then go towards straightened legs. When you're ready, we're going to walk the hands to the feet. That forward fold. And when you're ready from here, arms come out to the side, bend the knees, inhale. Coming all the way up. Hands to heart. Nice. All right. So let's see what's on tap for standing today. So we want to do a little balance, balancing the letting go and being open. Patience and forgiveness. So let's do a little balance pose here. I'm just going to move this a little bit that way. How's that? Much better. Okay. Can't really tell. All right. From here, let's start with our tree pose. Our beautiful trees have a little bit of snow on them today. So let's come into this beautiful tree pose. So if you have a wall and you want to use the wall for your tree pose or a chair, welcome to do that. So we're going to start with whichever leg you want to start with. Start with that heel above the ankle. This hip on the straight leg is nice and strong. The hip that's with the knee bent is nice and open. Hands can be at the hips, at the heart, or when you're ready, you can grow your branches. That foot can come up higher if you want, below the knee, above the knee, wherever it wants to be. Just don't put it on the knee. All right. So finding your feet rooted into the earth. Crown of the head soaring towards the sky. Arms can be moving or hands can be together, whatever your tree is today. And keeping the breath going. When you're ready, coming out nice and gracefully. Excellent. All right. Shake the legs out, shake the feet out, whatever needs to moved. Move it. All right. Other side. Right foot. That's what I'm doing this time. Do the one that you haven't done before. Heel can be above that ankle, nice and strong in the hip. Open on the other side, hands on the hips, heart, or grow your branches however they want to be. Keeping the breath going. And then when you're ready, coming out nice and gracefully. Excellent. All right, check it out. One of the things that I like to do for boundaries is, since we're ending one year, starting a new year, is having a boundary, kind of a self-defense mode here, is to do sun salutations in the 4 directions. So I'm going to start facing east, which means my back is to you because I can't really move the camera around. So we're just going to do the simple GI yoga style that we usually do. So that means we're not doing any lunges. So it'll be quick. We'll do all 4 directions and then we'll be back facing front. All right. So I'm going to start facing east. For me is this way. So hands at the heart. We're going to inhale, hands come down, arms come up. On the exhale, arms out to the side, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat so the knees can bend. We're going to step all the way back into a plank. And come down to the knees or the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. We're going to flip the toes, downward facing dog. I'm going to step up to the hands and the knees, arms out to the side, all the way up, palms together, hands to heart. 90-degree turn to the south, hands together at the heart, arms down, all the way up. Exhale, arms out to the side, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat, stepping back into a plank. Come down to the knees or the tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Flip the toes, downward facing dog. To the hands, bend the knees, arms out to the side. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 90 degrees to the west. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to the mat, step back into a plank. Come down to the knees, tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Flip the toes, downward facing dog. Step up to the hands. Bend the knees, arms out to the side, all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. One more direction, north. 90-degree turn. Hands at the heart, inhale. And exhale, arms out. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat, down to plank. Coming down to the knees, or tops of the feet, upward facing dog. Flip the toes, downward facing dog. Step up to the hands, bend the knees, arms out to the side, pushing with the feet. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, so you can pick one of those directions to stand in, or if you want to look back at the camera. And let's take a moment in our mountain pose to just feel all of that energy that we brought through, all of the energy for the coming new year or any new period of time. Beautiful. All right, when you're ready, let's come into Warrior One. All right, so we're going to do our arm movements for our patience and forgiveness. Okay, so we have patience with ourselves and patience with others. We have forgiveness for others and forgiveness for ourselves. So let's start with, we'll do patience and then we'll do forgiveness. All right. So we're going to turn one foot out and step the other foot forward. And we're going to start with the arms out in front. On an inhale, you bend that front knee, arms come out. This is opening up for patience for everyone else. And then on the exhale, we're going to bring that patience back to the heart. Inhale, open, sending our patience. Exhale, bring it back in for ourselves. Inhale, open, sending it out. Exhale, gather it up, bring it in for ourselves. Let's do that 2 more times on your own. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. Step that foot back, turn it out, step the other foot forward. Arms out in front. Inhale. We're going to do patience again. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, gather it in, bring it into your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's switch legs. Step back. And then step forward with the other foot. Back foot is out a little bit at an angle. Whatever's comfortable for you. So let's see, how do we want to do the forgiveness one? We're going to make this more complicated. So let's do the 3 hands to heart, goalpost arms, arms up. So we inhale, we're sending out forgiveness to someone or something. And each time we exhale, we're going to bring that forgiveness in for ourselves. Okay, here we go. So we're going to inhale, hands to heart, bend the knee. Exhale down. Inhale. Our goal is forgiveness. Exhale down for ourselves. Inhale, forgiveness for others. Exhale for ourselves. 2 more rounds. Inhale, others. Exhale, ourselves. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more round. Inhale. Exhale. Slow it down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Let's switch legs. This is hard work, so take your time and breathe. Let's do 3 rounds on this side. Inhale for others. Exhale ourselves. Our goal, forgiveness. Exhale for ourselves. Forgiving ourselves for not being able to forgive. That's another one. Inhale, exhale. Second time, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. All the way up. Inhale, big forgive. Exhale, bigger for ourselves. One more round. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. All right, step the feet back together. Let's take a moment in our mountain pose and feel how the energy is shifted in the body. And know that patience and forgiveness, setting boundaries, letting go, those are all really hard tasks. We know we're up for it. And we may have 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But that's what we need to work on. All right, from here, let's come down to the mat again. Actually, let's do a cat and cow standing. I always like to do this. This feels good. All right, palms on the front of the thighs. Bend the knees nice and deep. Exhale, chin comes down. Inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale and exhale. And then I've got one more for you here. So my feet are a little bit wider. My arms are out to the sides. Same idea. We're going to exhale. Thumb comes down towards the floor. Drop the chin. That's our exhale. On the inhale, we're going to round up. Thumb comes up towards the ceiling, looking up. So after you've done a couple like that, exhale, thumb comes down, chin comes down. Inhale, thumb up. You can do a little bit more range of motion if possible with the arms. So it looks like this. So neutral, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. Drop the arms. Let's come down to seated. Here a little bit further. And we're going to do, actually, let's do cat and cow, and then we'll come down onto our back. So, and then bring the feet up to the top of the mat. I'll go sideways. There we go. Oops. Okay. So let's just we'll do a couple of apanasanas, and then we're going to do a beautiful squeeze it out twist. So exhale, knees in, inhale, knees out, or if you prefer, hands slide up on the exhale, inhale, slide down. This one's a little bit more gentle on the shoulders and the wrists because we tend to grip when we're holding on here. Okay. After you've done a couple of those, we're going to bring the feet down to the mat. Arms are going to come out to the side. And then you've got a couple of options here. I'm going to cross leg over leg. If that's too much, just keep the knees and the feet together when you do your twists. But let's warm this twist up a little bit. We haven't done a lot of them. So let's just do windshield wipers with the knees to start. All right, back to center, and then crossing this right leg over the left. And then we're going to bring both knees over towards the left. If it's comfortable, you can look same direction as the knees. You can look straight ahead, or you can look towards the opposite direction the knees are going. Inhale, bringing the knees back up to center. They're going to stay crossed how they are, and then both knees are going to go over towards the right, and head can go same direction, stay neutral, or look the opposite direction. And then when you're ready, knees come back up to center, uncross. We're going to recross the opposite way. And then both knees are going to the left first again. Head can go same direction, neutral, or opposite direction. And then both knees back up. Staying crossed the same way, and then both knees over towards the right. Head can go same, neutral, or opposite. Both knees come back up. Uncross the knees, and then let's bring both knees in. Give yourself a wonderful, glorious hug, the best one you've had for the whole year. And then the head comes down. Let's do 3 to 5 apanasanas. Hands slide up on the exhale. Inhale, hands slide down. Exhale. A couple more on your own. And then let's bring the feet, send both legs all the way straight out if that's comfortable. If not, you can keep a little bend in the knees. And let's move just the arms. So toes point up towards the ceiling, heels extending out, a little softness in the foot, zip the legs up together. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, arms down by your sides. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's do, let's palm the eyes. So bring the hands together, rub the hands, palms till that friction builds up some heat. And we're just gonna rest the hands over the eyes, just off the surface. And then when they've cooled off a little bit, you can release. Let's bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And we're making a little mudra here. Just feel that connection between your heart and your belly. That patience and forgiveness going around in that circle, sending it out, bringing it in. When you're ready, release the arms down by your sides, away from the body to release the shoulders. Legs and feet can release and come away from each other. A pillow under or a blanket under your head or over you. If you're going to cool down, I'm going to sit up so you can hear me better. And we'll do a full body relaxation for your end of class relaxation pose. All right, so let's do joints today. Starting at the bottom, working our way up. We're gonna release all of the little joints in the toes. Release the ankles. Release the knees. Release the hips. Release the spine. Release the shoulders. Release the elbows. Release the wrists. Release the fingers. Release that very powerful jaw. Let any last thoughts seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe you. Take the next few moments and just be. You're welcome to stay in your relaxation pose as long as you need. But when you're ready, bringing your attention back into the room, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. When you're ready, and again with an inhale, using your upper arm to push up to a comfortable seated position. And to bring breath back into the body and find us safely on our way. Let's finish with sun breath number 1. Start at the beginning. All right. Let's come to the top of the thighs. On an inhale, we're just going to let the hands float up with the inhale. On the exhale, hands float back down. Let's do that 3 times. Ready? Here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Other at the heart, and I want to express my gratitude for each and every one of you for the last year and the last couple of years. I look forward to meeting with you again on at least on video, if not in person sometime soon. Going forth with patience, going forth with forgiveness, kindness, compassion, and gratitude. Namaste.